Great news! There's a quick way you can save money. Switch to Geico. Geico could help you get great coverage at a great price, and it only takes 15 minutes to see if you could save 15% or more on car insurance. Go to geico.com today and see how much you could save.
Welcome to another highly questionable work week. This guy over here, keeping the yellow notepad industry alive, is Izzy Gutierrez. What do you like on the show today, Izzy?
What is there to like? All the sports are gone, Dad.
That's right. Where'd the sports go? How do we do a show without sports? Dale, Papi.
Watch.
Do Kobe fans need to chill with their disdain for LeBron?
This is interesting. At Summer League, a lot of people in Kobe jerseys, still wearing Kobe jerseys with the Lakers, were being interviewed about how they feel about LeBron, and many of them have bittersweet feelings because LeBron feels like a bit of a mercenary. Whatever joy you're going to be squeezing from LeBron, you're not doing so in the middle of his prime while watching him grow, the way that their attachment to Kobe started. Keep in mind, with the Lakers, Shaquille O'Neal was not as loved as Kobe was. Why? Because he was somewhere else beforehand. The reason Magic Johnson has that connection with that franchise is because they saw him grow up. They saw it the same way with Kobe. It's going to be different with LeBron.
If I was the person who was running this country and happened to read this New York Times story about these Kobe Bryant fans who are not necessarily LeBron fans, I would call it less than realistic news. Here's why. They're not interviewing real basketball fans. Let me read you some of these quotes as to why they don't like LeBron as much as they did Kobe. Don't get me wrong, says Stephanie Serrano. He's good. Maybe I'll feel differently once he wins a championship for the Lakers. Maybe you'll feel differently. Maybe. Okay. As Dan says, a lot of this stuff is because he's not Kobe. He hasn't been a Laker for life. You know who else wasn't a Laker for life? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal. They brought you championships. They created championships for Magic Johnson and Kobe Bryant, respectively. Pau Gasol, not a Laker for life. You loved that dude when he won you a couple. So, of course, you're going to love LeBron. Don't give me the I don't like LeBron enough because, as somebody said here, and now that he shoots, I still don't like that he doesn't have a post game. Not a basketball fan. Watch him play just in these last playoffs. You think he's the best post player in the league?
Wow. Izzy just going after these fans by name.
Fans.
They should have a parade in downtown LA, you know. All these fans that are against LeBron, they should congregate together, march downtown with big bands saying, we don't want LeBron. We don't want LeBron. We don't want LeBron. I'll be in front of that parade. We don't want LeBron in LA. Get him out of LA. He's a mercenary. LeBron, get out of LeBron. That's right. That's what I'll be pushing for.
Be at the front of that parade, leading it right down to Miami, where he will celebrate him in the Heat uniform.
He's Jabari Parker, a smart gamble for the Bulls.
Rhymes with strawberry.
Okay, Strawberry Parker, something close to that. He is someone who now plays for the Bulls, and it's a name you might recognize. It's a little more difficult with the rest of the people who are playing for that franchise. But is he a smart gamble? He's a young player coming off of injury, and he can score. About the only way for the Bulls to get that kind of player, a young scorer, you know can fill it up, is because he's in the discount bin because of injuries. Otherwise, no free agent's going to want to go to Chicago. It's too much of an effort.
Especially with this franchise, you have to be a little bit hesitant when you're talking about a player with knee injuries, given that their franchise was stalled so much because of the Derrick Rose knee injuries. But with Jabari Parker, the gamble is pretty simple. It's essentially a one-year, $20 million gamble on Jabari Parker because his second year is a team option. And as an offensive player, he's already proven to be that good. He's one of only 9 players in NBA history to average what he averaged, which was about 26 and 2.8 when he was younger than 22 years old. The problem with him is defensively. He's a turnstile, and I get that that can be a concern, but you're working with a young team here with Chris Dunn, Lauri Markkanen, Jabari Parker, Wendell Carter, who they just drafted out of Duke. The defense will come around eventually. They're not going to be very good, but offensively, he can already be your number 1 or number 2 option.
We have reached, by the way, a special place in sports entertainment hell when the second question of the show is a Jabari Parker question.
Strawberry Parker.
Ring, ring, ring.
Wow, very dramatic.
Hello?
You know.
Oh. Fred Hoiberg. Fred, what's going on, buddy? What? No, you ain't not lying. What? Yeah, Jabari Parker is going to Chicago. You didn't know?
They didn't tell. They didn't tell Fred.
You're the last one to know. Nobody told you anything. Well, I don't know, Fred. That's not too good for you, buddy. If you're finding this out, through our program here, and I'm telling you, you're being kept in the dark. I think that you got to talk to your boss and demand an explanation, Fred.
All right, hang on.
All right. Yeah? Okay, Fred. He doesn't feel comfortable with that type of decision. Nobody told him. Did the Cardinals wait too long to fire Mike Matheny?
4 postseason appearances in 6 years, evidently not enough when you do the math this way. You made the 4 early and you haven't recently gotten to the playoffs, so you get fired in the middle of a winning season. It's not a good season, but they are 1 game over 500. Usually those managers don't get fired, especially with this resume. But in a Cardinals town where sports and this sport matter like that, that's basically the new math we're doing in that sport. You got 2.5 years to make the postseason in a big baseball town. Otherwise, you're gone.
Here's another element you can throw into that equation, and that's him losing his clubhouse. And let's be honest, in baseball as a manager, there's about 3 things you need to do. Find a creative way to get left-handed hitters out, say the right name and motion the right way when you call to the bullpen to get the right guy out there, and keep your clubhouse. When you lose your clubhouse and keep your players unhappy, they're going to rally against you. When Yadier Molina is putting out Instagram posts criticizing you after you criticized him, you've lost the clubhouse, and frankly, you might have lost all of St. Louis because that guy is a god in that city. You, Matheny, even though you did well in your years there, are not. And so when you allow Bud Norris to go after Jordan Hicks openly and publicly criticizing him and you lose that clubhouse, yeah, it's not going to be long, especially when you were within wild card reach about 3 weeks ago and now you're behind. It's an easy choice. Get out of my clubhouse.
What does DeMarco Murray's retirement after only 7 seasons say about the NFL?
That it hurts a great deal to play that game and especially that position. That is a body that is a great physical body that over the years you have seen its deterioration in ways that are obvious to the eye because he's not quite as fast as he used to be. And the guy that came out of Oklahoma not that long ago has had his entire body wrung of its energy in a way that at 30 he's saying, I got enough money. After 30, running backs get really bad. It's not worth the pain anymore.
Because of the way that league and its collective bargaining agreement is structured, running backs, again, whose careers are the shortest, who are most of an impact early on in their careers, they never get paid what they're worth while they're worth it. They get paid after that. And so a guy like DeMarco Murray got all this money, and then the expectations came when, man, my body's pooped, and I'm about to, get hurt, and then it's going to be a little bit worse for me after that. So what it tells me is that, yeah, no other position takes that kind of beating, and yet now all of a sudden the only other position that gets paid less are kickers and punters. Somehow that doesn't seem fair to me.
Let me give you a little bit of advice for retirement. Don't work with your son because he's hell.
Okay, there you go, DeMarco. If you have a son, don't work with him. All right. Some parental advice from this loving man who's been my love source all these years.
The Croatia get robbed by the referees.
All right, my father's made Eastern Europe very Latin, unusually Latin there, Croatia. So they were the lovable underdog in this tournament. And last night, or yesterday morning, they lost 4-2. And this is what happens when you don't have World Cup rights. We've covered it very poorly. We like soccer. My father loves soccer. We don't cover it around here. What's this? Oh, there it is.
Oh, man, let's see that again. Was it a natural motion? Was it an unnatural motion? We can't tell.
The only footage that we can afford is right here.
Oh. I mean, and it was absolutely nailed, that recreation. Okay. The eyes, the hand, everything was
Hold on a second. Let's rewind it for a second. Many of you may not have noticed that is the volleyball from the movie Castaway, including a handprint there that is not a regulation World Cup soccer ball.
Look at it again. It hit my hand by accident. You know what I mean? I wasn't looking for it.
Look at it on replay.
That's right. They should have given me a pass.
I'm just looking at a bird flying across the field and bam, ball hits my hand.
Total and obvious accident. What an interesting shirt to wear on the field as well.
Wilson.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Where's John Wall on the pecking order of celebrities who can't hit a baseball or a softball?
Oh, he's hitting foul ropes, I guess.
Let's see what we've got here.
I'm so scared right now.
Morganoff. Closing in on that lifetime best height.
I just saved hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico. I should have done this years ago.
Disclaimer, traveling back in time is physically impossible unless you know how to build a functioning time machine. Then by all means, travel 25 years back in time, switch your car insurance to Geico. You could save a bunch of money. While you're there, please prevent your younger self from wearing that sleeveless tuxedo t-shirt, parachute pants, and glitter high tops to your senior prom. And at long last, rectify this horrible crime against nature. Geico is absolved of all liability if you destroy the fabric of time and space.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Time to play the game that doesn't miss sport at all. Do you question?
You give us topics and events. What events? We question them.
We had no events today.
Do you question if Meta World Peace is taking the Big Three League too seriously?
Okay, this is in Detroit, and the most famous time that Meta World Peace was in Detroit, an entire riot broke out on the field, on the court. So let's see what we have here.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That is not the right sport.
And there it is.
Is it really 3-0 and he just got kicked out of the game?
And look, Charles Oakley is the one that tries to talk sense into it.
That tells you a lot about what you need to know about the Big Three. Here's another thing you need to know about the Big Three. On the back of his jersey, it says World Peace. On the front, it says Killer. So I don't know if you can really be both.
I tell you what, Dirk wishes he could kick like that.
Oh, there we go.
Let's
Let's show this highlight. There we go. There's Dirk Nowitzki right there. Champion grace of Dirk Nowitzki.
World-class something or other.
Oh, my God. That is a world-class athlete right there.
Do you question John Wall's hand-eye coordination?
This video comes courtesy of 106.7. The game was played yesterday, a celebrity softball game. It'll air tonight after the home run derby. Here's John Wall. Tim Kirkshin was hitting ropes at this thing. Where's John Wall on the pecking order of celebrities who can't hit a baseball or a softball?
Oh, he's hitting foul ropes, I guess.
Let's see what we've got here. Oh, there's a lot of swinging and missing going on here.
Is this all going to be slow pitch? Is he really not going to hit one of these hard?
But he's got the form sort of down, 3 straight foul balls.
To answer the question, not only do I question his hand-eye coordination, I question anything I've ever known about John Wall. How can you be a world-class athlete and not do that? Like, it's a softball pitch.
Well, I have seen a worse swing.
Have you? Where have you seen a worse swing? Oh, Neymar. That's right. Neymar. Look, I didn't recognize him because he's upright.
Is he golfing?
It does look more like golf. It does look more like golf.
And I have seen even worse swings than the one we just saw.
You did?
Yeah.
Last year's celebrity softball game. When you come out doing that shirtless, that can't be what happened shirtless. That can't be what happened shirtless either.
Should have just swung with his pecs. Would have almost guaranteed to make contact.
He struck out against David Wells, whose body is the exact antithesis of what you just witnessed. Antithesis would have been the word I used if my face hadn't spasmed.
Do you question if these pole vaulters should feel lucky?
Pole vaulting in Morocco is where we go now. Let's see if this guy is lucky or not lucky. Let's see what we've got here.
I'm so scared right now.
Morganoff. Closing in on that
fall. It's going to break.
Where did that go? Oh, thank God. Oh, my God.
Missed for him. And
that could have been the end of pole vaulting forever.
Yeah, it's just...
Oh, my...
could have been really bad.
There are 2 different options there. Neither of them are good.
That's true. There are 2 options there.
And still there?
Just two.
Pole vaulting could be very dangerous.
No, we got something more dangerous than that.
To the front. TCU in seconds. Paul Peppered. It's neck and neck.
Oh!
Oh my God, neck and neck. Jenny Mack.
Oh, God. Oh, what a horrible way to lose that race. What
was that
How
even?
was that possible? That guy had the...
It was a collapsing pole vault.
That was amazing.
Can I see it again? Can we see it again?
TCU in seconds. Paul Peppered. It's neck and neck.
At first he thought he was getting attacked on the face, and then he's like, oh, I got rid of it. Now it's around my legs, and now I'm in third place.
Let's establish just how unlucky that was. He could have merely got hooked in the mouth by that, and he still would have won. But when he tried to discard it, is when all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, third place.
Before you hit the road for any vacation this summer, visit GNC. You need to stay healthy, and GNC has the highest quality solutions and supplements in the industry. GNC brand products pass up to 150 quality checks. You can be sure you're getting the best prices with GNC's price match guarantee. GNC doesn't just match prices, they beat them by $1. Or try something new. If it's not right for you, return it for a full refund. You heard it right, a full refund. This summer, live well with GNC. Exclusions apply. See an associate or GNC.com for details.
Broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that I thought today was Sunday when I woke up and then got really sad when I realized it was Monday. See? Or no?
That's what the bottle does to you when you hit it too hard over the weekend. You tell us what to watch on TV tonight. We tell you if we're intrigued.
Tonight on ESPN2, the Summer League semifinals, Cavaliers versus Lakers.
This has been generally fun to watch, but let's check in with a different Summer League game. My father's excited about this for some reason. Miles Bridges doesn't play for either one of these two teams, but let's check in with him.
I think they have a total.
He's been dunking on everybody, and now it's just, okay. Oh, very close.
High degree of difficulty.
Yes, wow, that is a high degree of difficulty.
In the dunk contest, he still gets like a 7.5 for that.
Play like that, I think, says a lot.
Izzy, are you intrigued?
Listen, I'm going to watch in all likelihood because there's not a lot on. But this Summer League's been on for so long, I would really like to send PJ Carlissimo and George Tadano home. Please go home. Take a break. You're working too much.
Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Are you kidding me? Now I'm going to be watching a good Cavalier team play basketball and win. You know that? They're going to win a championship. I'm telling you, they're going to win a championship without LeBron. I'm going to be glued to that TV set, buddy. I'm telling you that Summer League is going to make it happen. That's the Cavalier team of the future. They're coming into Cleveland. That's right. Watch out, Cleveland. Here comes the new Cavalier. That's my team now.
Tonight on MTV, Floribama Shore.
Oh, there's some weird places in Florida along the coast where people have a lot of partying in their lives. I sound like such an old person saying it, but there are some awful places around here in Florida. What do we have here?
It also sounds like
I'm doing shots, and I don't care what I'm taking shots of. I mean, I'm taking shots of this and that and that and this, and I don't care.
Cheers, baby.
he doesn't care.
But sometimes you get that shot, and it goes down, and you're like,
oh, no, he's going to throw up in the cup. Yeah.
Where's the rest of that?
Time for a puking rally.
Cody starts puking in the urinal.
I already got it out now.
Yeah, I threw up. So what?
I'm ready to go.
I throw up. I don't give up.
It's puking rally time!
Cody was just blowing songs. Now he's making out with girls.
Oh, your breath can't smell good.
No. She has no idea. She's just getting all the chunks and just... That's Panama City for you. Ratchet.
I love it.
That is Panama City for you. Izzy, are you intrigued?
I recently saw a clip of a reunion from Jersey Shore. Nothing's changed.
Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Finally, I find out where Bookshambi gets all his kicks, you know, all his fun, you know what I mean? I'm telling you,
he found that joke so funny that guy looks like Bookshambi that he can barely get it out without laughing at himself.
On the Detroit Lions social media accounts, what's inside the box?
Uh-oh, what is this? They're just having a bunch of lions stick their hands in a box without knowing what it is? That's what it sounds like. Let's see.
Oh!
Don't put no spider in here.
Hold on. I need to share this before I do this.
I don't like this game. Oh, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Something moving. I can feel something moving though. Oh, pineapple.
Big, strong football players.
Oh, whoopee cushion.
I don't like this.
What do you mean reach around? It's in there right now? I'm a little nervous. Does it move around? Is somebody's head or something? Is somebody in there? Is it nothing? What do you think? A lobster or something? A lobster? It's a lion. I get it. That was terrifying.
It's good to see any Detroit Lions video where one of their main players isn't quitting because they're so bad at football. Izzy, are you intrigued?
I mean, I honestly could watch that for hours. I mean, they're scared of anything. If you touch anything, you're jumping back. It's kind of ridiculous.
Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. I want to play that game.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's play that game. Can we play that game right now? Let's play that game. All right, Papi, stick your hands in here and touch the first item, Papi. What is it? What is the first item? Is it an animal? What is it, Papi?
Oh.
What is it, Papi? What does that sound? It's a very disturbing sound.
What is it?
Toilet paper.
Oh, my father was very weirdly excited about that.
Two fly.
All right, Papi. Item number 2. Let's see if you can guess what this is. What an amazing box the producers have made here.
I hope it's not a theme, by the way.
Oh, he knows what this is too. Look at Papi. What is that, Papi?
It's a fruit.
It's a fruit?
That's right.
What?
A banana.
Are you sure? Are you sure that's a banana?
Can we get confirmation, please?
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry that you watched all of that. We got one more for you, Papi, here. Let's see what we got here. Stick your hands in here. Let's see what we've got.
What happens when there's no sports?
What happens? What's in here?
Oh, this is good.
What is it? What do you think it is?
It's a donut.
Is that right? With a remarkable expertise when it comes to touching food.
What kind of donut?
Where is it?
Is it not a donut?
There we go. It's a donut.
Okay.
Congratulations.
But don't eat it.
Don't eat that either.
It's a week-old donut.
Computer, execute 12.4p operation.
Optimizing algorithm. Running encryption packet alpha. Night. Oh, I don't feel so good.
What is it, computer?
Is it hot in here? It feels hot in here. I feel a little clammy. I should lie down or something.
A computer with a virus? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
Those oysters Rockefeller were a mistake.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.